So just about set. And our pitcher tonight, Clark Schmidt.
Boog, you don't always know what to expect with this guy on the mound. There are times he's really good, but that's not always the case. For me, I want to see how aggressive he's going to be out there. We'll see it right away if he's pitching with confidence, and if he is, he should be just fine.
Harrison Bader, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
7 o'clock.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
1-1.
Right through there for a strike. Next pitch misses, and the count's even at 2. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. Here comes Bader around third. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and it's 1-0.
Picks himself up an RBI. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Here's Josh Young. First offering, and it just misses. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on
Chisholm to Volpe at second for one, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play. Here's Royce Lewis.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, Royce
Schmidt, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2017. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
And that is out of play. 2 down, nobody on. And there's a ball.
That's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the third and final game of the series. Off the mark there, 2-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Back in the Bronx, and today's starter, Bailey Ober. What's the word on him?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
And strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Next offering misses, and that is ball 1. Just
that's low. That's a ball.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Jazz goes down on strikes. Here's Nolan Arenado. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Contreras under it, and he's got it.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
And
1 ball, 1
skips
strike.
in the dirt. Inside. 2-1. looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner. Back in the Bronx, top of the second, and now it's going to be Wilson Contreras. Schmidt back to work. Just missed.
One ball, no strikes.
Oh, and it hits the base. High
Ball
bounce over the fence
bases.
for an automatic double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Had a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
Carlos Correa stands in now and watches strike one. And a strike in there.
Well, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Contreras at second with nobody out. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And right back to the mound. Handles, throws to first. 1 out in the second. Now, Ty France. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Close one doesn't get the call. And the count even 1-1.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
And that one cutting but missing down low.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not.
Diving stop at second, throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 1.
So up next for Minnesota, Esteury Ruiz.
Hey, ha!
2 outs. That one hit the knees for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And that's outside. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here at the top of the second. And that one is inside. And it jumps the wall in foul territory for an automatic double. And a run comes in to score.
Hampson.
And a foul ball. Volpe whips it to first. Hampson is out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Back here in the Bronx, singing, and we talked about expectations this year for the Yankees, but we haven't brought up their trip to the World Series last year.
Yeah, they had the most wins in the American League, had won their first pennant in 15 years. Hard to believe that, huh? It's tough not labeling that type of a year as a success.
Just missed. Dodgers versus Yankees in the Fall Classic. It doesn't get any better than that, Singy.
Yeah, and a lot of people across the globe watch those games, not just in the United States, and we won't forget that World Series for a long time.
On the ground. Oh, great stop. From his backside. Roll picked out of the dirt. Body save.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Really protected with 2 strikes right there. Pitch wasn't even close, but man, he got the barrel to it somehow. Nice job of bad ball hitting.
Ben Rice in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. And they turn the double play. And now it's Giancarlo Stanton.
The 5-4-3 double play is a gem in baseball. And how can you not appreciate the skill and practice it takes to make this look so easy? Great work by the infield.
And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Pitch misses there.
That's a ball.
And now it's even 1-1. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Next offering is down low. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is back for more from the Bronx. On to the third inning. Here's the left fielder, Harrison Bader. First offering misses badly for ball 1. That's a ball. Outside.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
Late with the swing there.
2-1. Here.
And it remains 2-2. Volpe whips it across. 1 up, 1 down.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Buxton in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. So 2 balls and no strikes. Swings through that one for strike 1.
2-1's the count.
And a swing and a miss.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
That's a ball.
Next offering upstairs.
Full count.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
A great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Young now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Next one misses, and that's ball 1.
1-1.
Makes the catch for the second out.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Lewis in the box for the second time. 1 ball, no strikes.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
And there's a hit. Buxton headed for third. Coming home. The relay. Not in time. He's safe.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some. So that was nicely done to beat the odds. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
No ball.
Contreras stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing here, but went around. Lewis off of first with 2 away. Up the middle, Chisholm tosses to first, and Contreras is retired. And that ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. Grisham, first-round pick of the Brewers in 2015. He was late there, strike 1.
You know, these Yankees, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
On the inside corner for called strike 3. And next for New York, Anthony Volpe. He swings and fouls one off. Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2. Check swing, and he held up. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And it hits the base. Safe at first as they can't make the play. And now Austin Wells. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
0-1.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Got him swinging.
The batter, number 13.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Went down on strikes his first time through. That's off the mark. 1-0. That one fouled off. 2 outs. That's in there, and it's 1-2. Runner takes off. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. And he'll take first easily after the strikeout. First and second, 2 outs. Now the third baseman, Nolan Arenado. Swing and a ground ball. On to France, and they get Arenado for the out. And that ends the inning. Back now in the Bronx, and here comes Carlos Correa.
For you growing up in New York City, I mean, you're a big sports fan. Tell me about your experience with the Yankees growing up.
I really went to Shea Stadium more than I did to Yankee Stadium. I grew up a Phillies fan. There was one game, though, that I went to as a kid. I sat in the upper deck. It was the game that... Now, this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
The batter, the first baseman, Ty.
And now for the Twins, Ty France. He's 0 for 1. Late on that fastball. Singing 4 homers in 22 games at Old Yankee Stadium. What do you remember?
Well, I remember my rookie year hitting 2 in one game. And, you know, before that game in the clubhouse, there was a gentleman there who owned a suit company there in downtown Manhattan. And he said to me, "Hey, kid, you hit a home run in the game tonight. Come over to the store tomorrow and I'll give you a free suit."
Esteury Ruiz getting ready to hit. There's a strike.
0 balls, 1
away
strike.
with a runner at third. Top half of inning number 4. Volpe throws to first in time. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Here's Garrett Hampson. He's 0 for 1.
The second baseman, Garrett Hampson.
Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Bottom 4, Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now.
Kyle Tucker.
First pitch swinging.
0-1.
Swings through that one.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
And that one is lifted in the air. Ruiz makes the grab, 1 away. Here's Trout. Reached on an infield single his first time. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Bader puts it away for the out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Rice in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike.
Well, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of changeups. Probably won't see another one here.
Good eye right there.
Missed. Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it,
did he
hit
go?
a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
No swing. Eric Summerskill with the call. That one misses, and the count is filled up.
We got a full count.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And looks like he wants the signs again as he steps off the rubber. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of.
Threw it by him. A swing. Back in New York, all set for the start of the inning. And now Bader up to the plate. Hamilton back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Right through there for a strike. Not close with that one. 1-2 to count. Stays alive.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up.
Here's Byron Buxton. That's in there. That's strike 1. Late that time, it's strike 2.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Slings it across, and the first 2 set down in the top of the 5th.
Now batting.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's the Twins DH, Josh Young. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Check swing, and he went. And the count is 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Stanton now. Late on that fastball. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. And ball 1.
1-1.
And 1-2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Got him looking. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one. Now here's Trent Grisham.
Went down looking on 3 pitches last time. Let's see if he can be a little more aggressive right here.
That one to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
2 outs, base is empty. And now Anthony Volpe. Out front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
0-1.
Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. The Twins leading by 4, last half of inning number 5. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, top 6. Now the cleanup hitter for Minnesota. Royce Lewis.
Now pitching for the Yankees, number 43, Jonathan Loaiziger.
And that's a little bit high, and it's 1-0. And it's fouled away. And that gets down into the gap.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
And there's one down. Here's Carlos Correa, 1 for 2. And that's in there for strike one.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with the fastball in a double play situation when he needs something on the ground.
1-1.
First one away. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Tucker snags it for the second out. And next for Minnesota, Ty France. He's grounded out a couple of times. Fastball is outside.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Lewis off of first with 2 away. The next offering misses. 2 balls and a strike. That one at triple digits. Trout ranges back. Leaping, and it's gone. A laser to left. And they add on. It's 6-0. So up next, Yuri Ruiz. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. And we're in the top half of the 6th. And a swing and a miss.
1-1.
Tucker really on his horse for it. Squeezes it, and that is that. Back here in New York, well, we go bottom 6. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. That's out to center field. Buxton settles underneath it. Brings it in. 1 away.
He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Chisholm lays off down low as he digs in for the 3rd time. Check swing, called strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
1 down, base is empty. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now batting,
there's Nolan Arenado. 0 for 2 in this one. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Now this is in the air down the line. And that will drop foul. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Cut out and miss, struck him out. It is 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whiffs. Back at Yankee Stadium, we go to the top of the 7th. Now it's the second baseman, Garrett Hampson. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Loisaga, in his 7th season, he features a sinker, a changeup, a slurve, and he works in a 4-seamer. Rice takes it himself. 1 up, 1 down. And here's the Twins leadoff guy, Harrison Bader. 1 for 3. This one drilled to left. No doubt about it as they add on more. Gone. A solo shot. And they tack on to their lead. It's 7-0. Foul ball. Right through there for a strike. And they'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. No swing. And down on strikes. And there's 2 down. So up next for Minnesota, Josh Young. 0 for 3 in this one. Check swing, called strike. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the top half of inning number 7. That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. He goes down looking. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now it's the right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker. Now pitching for
on the mound now for the Twins, Michael Tonkin.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Yeah, that's fouled off. In the air, right side. And there's 1 down. Here's Mike Trout. He is singled and he is flied to left.
Trout.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
Waste no time there. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped. Caught out in front and didn't
run around the move. Swing and a miss.
0 balls, 1 strike.
Out. A rocket of a throw from Wilson Contreras. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
The Twins up big in this one. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. New inning getting started. Here's the third baseman, Royce Lewis. Loisaga back to work. Tosses to first, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Now batting.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 1 out, base is empty.
1-1.
Tries to hold up, appeal to first, and Joe McDonald says he went around. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Grisham sprinting for this one. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. And now for the Twins, Carlos Correa. Tucker puts it away, and that'll do it. Back in the Bronx, and the batter now, Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-1.
0-1.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-2.
Got him swinging.
3.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham.
The center fielder, Trent Grisham.
And a ground ball to first. Takes it himself. And a couple of quick outs. 2 down, bases empty. Anthony Volpe stepping in now for the Yankees.
Volpe.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
It's 0-1.
2 down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Back there. Leaping, and he brought it back. And we're back. We go to the 9th, and here's the first baseman, Ty France. And it's into the gap. Around first, heading for 2. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
First pitch swing in, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Now it's going to be Esteury Ruiz.
Ball.
Now a check swing, but he held up. And it's 1-1. Jazz tosses to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th. Garrett Hampson, the next Twin up to him.
Batter, the second baseman, Garrett Hampson.
And first offering is fouled off. France stands at third with 1 gone in the inning.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice job going the opposite way with it. Letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Right-handed reliever. Foul ball there. In the dirt. Throws it away. And that's a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
The center fielder, number 25, Byron Buxton.
And next for Minnesota, Byron Buxton. The 1-0. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. 1 run is in. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play, and it's a double-digit lead as they're up by 10.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Volpe over to Jazz. There's one. On the first, double play, and that's the inning. Back at Yankee Stadium, bottom 9, Yankees, stepping in, Austin Wells.
Now pitching for
new arm out of the bullpen, Jorge Alcala.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
He was all over that one. Pretty good spot, hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
And the 0-1. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, the third baseman, Nolan.
So now it's Nolan Arenado. And first offering is fouled off. Wells, the base runner at first with 1 out. Fought off foul. Swing and a miss. And they're down to their last out.
The right fielder, number 30.
Here's Kyle Tucker. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. And that one pulled foul. Sliced hard but foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the line.
Hard hit right side. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game. Over with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
10-zip your final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.